Hi everyone, it's Kasia. Welcome to my channel. I just have returned from holidays and I thought I missed you guys and I'm just going to come up. First of all, I'm going to show you what was in my holiday bag, and then I'm going to also speak about a couple of decks of Tarot de Marseille that like I want to show you some of the handmade decks that I own, because I have been watching recently a lot of Masha musings by Masha and Honey Lou, and they showing this amazing like handmade decks, and I thought like, oh, do I have any handmade decks in my collection? And I do have some, so I just want to share this as well as an inspiration. All right, let's start with the bag. So this is usually a little, like, I bought it secondhand, like little thrift shop find. But this is a bag that I take with me often on holidays, and I pack my tarot cards in here. So what I took one of my Carol Hetzer's decks with glitter, because Croatia, sea, blue, sky, sun, and so on. So I decided, I have a couple of these beautiful handmade decks, just most of them because of my friend Victoria, which I'm forever grateful to, because otherwise I could probably have never afforded them. But this is the original illuminated tarot, and it comes with glitter and it comes with fluorescent, this particular copy that Victoria sent me. And you won't be able to see a lot of it, but mostly I took this deck because I love the backs. Like, I love this blue, and because it's so happy, it's very sunny, and it's kind of like you can imagine yourself, at the sea, staring at the sunshine, glitter picking up because of the sun. And this deck was amazing at the sea. I loved it. It was so brilliant. So I'm really happy about taking this one. I was excited to use it. It was always in my bag, and whenever I went at the sea, it was just so beautiful. Let me see if I can change the camera view and show it to you from another perspective. Let's see if this is any better. But yeah, this deck is gorgeous, and I love the original illuminated, and I had a couple of versions of it in regular versions, not glittered, but the glittered one is just the best. What can I say? So this is Carol Hetzer original illuminated tarot with glitter. It's handmade. These decks are very pricey these days, but yeah, I'm so happy I own a couple, and I love them to bits. They belong to some of my favorite decks ever. All right, so next thing from the bag. This one I packaged in the bag that doesn't belong to the deck, but the deck is the Witch Sister Tarot. And to be honest, I thought like I'm taking it because it will remind me of autumn and my country and this kind of vibe. I never used it. So Witch Sister Tarot, I love this deck. It's very autumnal to me, and it's just such a gorgeous deck. But when I was in Croatia on holidays, nope, haven't used it. And I took even the book with me, because the book has a little different interpretations to the cards and to the traditional meanings, and I wanted to play with it, but didn't happen this time. I did take the Divine Gypsy Mother Oracle. It's like Sibylla, it's gypsy cards, right? But this is by Balthazar Blackie with the artwork by Alexander Danilov. And I have a review of this deck, and I also have an interview with the creator, with Balthazar, about this deck. We talk also about psychic abilities, all the other interesting divination themes and subjects, so you can take a look. This deck is gorgeous, this beautiful bags, it's gilded, and there's also this humongous amazing book. Let me grab it. It's beautiful. It's by, as I said, Balthazar Blackie, but printed by Scarlet Imprint. They really make gorgeous books. And yeah, you have, if you're a geek of divination, you will love it. So Balthazar put a lot of research, a lot of info. There's all this section in the back is introducing various spreads and tableaus and things you can do with these cards. It's really amazing. So I highly recommend getting this set if it's still available. But the cards seemed like I just took them because of Joyful Folk Tarot. Kate on Instagram, sorry, I forgot the name of the account, was doing the Sibylla challenge. And this was the only type of Sibylla kind of deck that I had. And I did this challenge. I stopped probably halfway through because of traveling. And I didn't have my, routines and stuff, but I'm going to finish because the Sibylla challenge was really great. And I highly recommend it even as a way of like learning tarot or learning divination from any really deck if you don't own Sibylla. But this deck by Balthazar, I kind of got to know a little bit better, and it's really, really fun. Another one that I took was the Abaton keys. I have done a couple of readings, so I was working. I didn't have a lot of readings to do, but I have had a couple, and then I also got sick during the holidays. But this deck is really sweet. I love this type of collage when it's not too busy, and I love the idea of the booklet as well, and how they use all these Greek philosophers and words to give like an umbrella or over keyword to the cards. So this deck is really cool. I'm enjoying using it, and I love the collage style. What else did I take? I keep using the Magic of I for the tropical astrology. I like it. This year I had the mini version, but next year I pre-ordered the bigger version because I'm an astrologer, right? So whenever I do astrology readings, of course I do have the big ephemeris for tropical astrology, but I'm often just using the ones that are valid for this year, right? And they have them in the back here. But this version, my eyes are getting weirder, so I'm just, start pulling them away from me to read them, so they're a bit too small now. But this calendar is really cool. I'm enjoying this. So next year I'm going to be using it as well. I took with me the Celestial Tarot book by Brian Clark just because I wanted to give it a read and learn about constellations. This deck is based on different constellations, not just ecliptical constellations, but various ones. By the way, if you are interested in constellations, in stars, and you just want to have some fun and hang out and learn a little bit more about yourself, I am organizing this coming Sunday, 29th of September, this webinar that I called Starstruck. And we are going to explore the constellation that is important for you when you were born. Each of you will receive like a 13 constellation chart from me, which is the true sidereal chart. And we are going to look at the constellation that's, was personally activated, that the sun was passing through actually in the real sky, which is different to tropical astrology. And we're going to play, it's going to be a group play, some meditative exercises, more experiential, but I'm going to also explain a little bit about the differences and how we can use this system, the stars, the sky, the real sky, to inform us about ourselves. So I'm going to link the information down below, and if you're interested, just take a look. It's only $37, and we're meeting on Zoom live, and I hope to see you there. All right, the next deck that I took is the Craft Decadence Oracle. Again, one of my favorite Oracle decks. I'm just geeking on these keywords. Fatal Doubt, like how cool are the keywords? Distorted Reflection. If you like words, if you like, just like playing with language, this deck is amazing. And again, I love the collage. This is a collage that like I dig. It's really cool, and I like the size. I like how small the cards are. And this deck I got from my friend Jennifer. So thanks, Jen, for getting it to me because I love it. Oh, and I took the majors only, another deck by Carol. This one is called Tarot Revele, and it's just major arcana. It comes with 2 world cards, which is Shekinah. The art is by Carol, but it's actually done based on Suzanne Kloster's images. And I love this deck. It's just the regular paper. Carol sent it to me as a gift at some point that I very much appreciate. I would love the large version of it with glitter. It's so amazing. But yeah, I love the images in this deck. I love this high priestess. Check her out. Like they like lifting her dress, and there's this like other world, that she's kind of part of, and she's like the gate that you can walk into. By the way, during this Star Trek webinar, we are going to, work with your new astrology sign, but we are going to do it with the cards. So whoever joins in, bring a deck of cards or 2, or tarot and oracle, and it's going to be fun. I also took this Medicine Woman Inner guidebook because Carol Bridges, she also has quite interesting take on cards, on tarot, and I like sometimes reading her prayers that she wrote. And this book is, in my opinion, very good as addition to learn about tarot. And I also took my astrological constellation, 13 constellations, because this is my kind of ongoing project that I'm expanding my knowledge on the constellations of the ecliptic, including the infamous Ophiuchus. All right, so now I'm going to change the camera because I want you to look at the decks a little bit more than at me, and we're going to be talking about the handmade or some like special Tarot de Marseille decks that I have in my collection and that I really dig right now and that I really like. All right, so bear with me. Okay, so this came as like such a huge surprise. One day I woke up and there was an email in my inbox, and a lady from Australia wrote that she would like to swap with me. She would like to send me a deck, Jeanne Dodel, because she knew I love it, by Tarot Retrieval, and that she would like to swap for readings. And I thought, sure, it's great. I love Dodel, I love Tarot Sheet Retrieval, but I would never, I just didn't realize, and I didn't really, I don't know, I didn't realize that it was this handmade version, which is really quite expensive. And yeah, then I offered more readings because I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know. I thought it was this manufactured version. And this is the Sullivan Hisman's Jeanne Dodel Tarot by Sheet Retrieval. It's beautiful. Came with 2 extra aces. So what's special about this deck, it's not maybe that it's a lino cut and hand produced like this, it's actually painted, like hand painted. So what Sullivan did, he actually like painted each of the cards. So first, of course, there was I think it was a wood block, or he painted everything. It looks like it was hand painted. So it's quite amazing. The handmade cards, they never like in this very straight shape. Also, Carol's Herzer's decks, they kind of lose, this kind of shape, the very straightness of the cards, but I totally don't mind. This one is made like on this kind of texture, like paper, like art paper of some sort. I don't know if this is protected with anything. Probably there is a layer of something on top of it, but I don't know so much about making cards, but just the feel of the cards when they made and created like this, it's really special. And Jeanne Dodel is one of, if not my favorite Tarot de Marseille deck ever. This is the deck I fell in love when I learned Tarot de Marseille, and I love the eyes. I love everything about this deck. If you're interested in learning about Tarot de Marseille, I have a lot of free videos on my YouTube channel, but also I have a class on Tarot de Marseille for like $33, so you can grab it from my website. It's a great introduction to tarot in general, I would say. but I teach you a couple of different ways of how you can read the minors. And I learned this mostly from Enrique Enriquez, from Camelia Elias, or Elias, from a couple of different teachers, from Vincent Pitisci. So yeah, this deck is just gorgeous, and it's really, really, really special. So for the person who sent it to me, thank you so much. I'm still loving it, appreciating it. I love the box. It's so cool. And it was like just such a surprise. And so this is one of the handmade decks. Another couple of those really cool and special ones come from, it was like called Joe. See, she's not on Instagram anymore. I don't think she makes these decks anymore, but she, a couple of years ago, when I was really into Tarot de Marseille, she approached a couple of us from Tarot community, and she sent a couple of copies of the Major Arcana only that were handmade by her. This is the backs, and they were on different types of paper, so I got this quite thick one. And also she hand painted these decks. I will have to I'm sure I have a review of this deck on my channel, but I just don't remember her name anymore. I'm pretty sure it was Joe, but I can't remember how the Instagram handle was called. But this is also handmade, hand painted. It has this, I think it's soaped, or at least it has a little sheen. And though, yeah, it's very, very special, right? Because it's all done by her, it's colored. I love that the background is dark. It's so amazing. So this is the Major only, like made by hand, and I love the bags as well. Each one is different. Very, very cool. So this is a very special one. And then my friend Antonio, when I went to Croatia one time, he contacted me. He knew me from Instagram, and we met, and he gifted me his own handmade Tarot de Marseille deck that he did for himself. These are just like close-ups from what you can see. And yeah, I also love it a lot, just because, I really like him, and we stayed in touch until this day. So yeah, I love that one. So this is from Antonio. And this one I received, this is not handmade, but I'm sure not many of you have seen it. This is a Polish version, and it was attached to Elle magazine at some point. And my friend who has an antiquariat, like, the old bookshop, she gifted me this particular version, and I love it. It's like, I think a person who is into fashion has painted these images. I don't know who it is, who was the author of it, because it was attached to the magazine and it doesn't say anywhere. But yeah, it was this Tref L, and it's amazing, right? Like, it's so cool. The images are great, and just the style, so super cool. I've never seen a deck like this before. So I love the Judgment. I mean, not Judgment, it's the Justice card. This is Judgment, Sun, the World, the Strength, Death, Emperor, Devil. Księżyc is the Moon, Papieżyca is the High Priestess, Umiarkowanie is Temperance, and Wieża is the Tower. So yeah, I thought like this is like a really, really cool, maybe not handmade per se, but a very cool deck. And the one that Piotr creates as well, it's such a nice deck. So he makes this from 3 images from this Russian artist that they available. So he created this one. I love this kind of gold and the black image, like just the blackness of the background. Usually you don't see too many starry, and Tarot de Marseille like this. But yeah, I'm really, really loving this one, and I use it often in my where is the full heading, in 2024 or 2025 soon readings. And this one I got from Etsy at some point, or from French eBay. It's just Major Arcana as well, and it has this color coordination, and I think they also sell like majors and court cards. But I love it, the geometry of it and the colors of it. So yeah, I often use it as well. So this is these decks that I really love, and I thought I mentioned this gift from Vincent Pitisci. Vincent unfortunately has passed away, which I was just really bummed by. He was such an amazing guy, and I have an interview with Vincent, and we stayed in touch. And over the years, sometimes we send each other emails, and I really, really loved just Vincent's approach, Vincent as a person, Vincent as a teacher. So at some point, he created his own deck, and he sent me a copy. And yeah, I really treasure it. So he repainted the faces, the colors are a little bit different, but it's basically based on traditional Tarot de Marseille. I think like Conver mostly. So yeah, it's very, very cool, and I treasure this one now even more than before because Vincent is no longer with us in body at least, but I hope in spirit he is. Hey Vincent. Hi Vincent. So yeah, this is the Tarot de Marseille by Pitisci. And I just wanted to mention two decks that I'm loving right now a lot. So this Jakob Jäger by Artisan Tarot, this reproduction. I'm digging these bags, the marble bags, and I really love the faces. This is the deck when they changed the High Priestess and High Priest images for Jupiter and Juno. But I just love this style. I love the eyes. They remind me a little bit of Doggle. Their faces are quite expressive. It's clear, but it's not too, like kind of perfect. I love the artwork. It's on linen paper. It shuffles well. And yeah, it's just gorgeous. I love this deck. Like right now, this is my favorite to reach for. And yeah, if you guys want to take a look, I've also shown the cards, I think, and on here and on Instagram, and you can. So this is the High Priest, Jupiter, the Pope, and there's Junon for the High Priestess. So they were swapped. And another one that I'm really enjoying right now is this vintage version of Spanish Tarot. And I love the blues in this deck. This is just incredible. The blues, the blues, the blues. So it's a reproduction of 1736 Tarot de Classico. These are the bags. The cards are small. It's mass published, this one, by Museo Fournier. So Fournier. Vitoria, made in Spain, and I just love the blues. The blues are so incredible. In general, the faces are so incredible, but take a look at this really amazing blues. It's vivid, it's expressive, it is a bit more colorful than the traditional Tarot de Marseille, but I love the facial expressions, and yeah, I just love how clear and easy it is to read with the different colors for each suits. And where do we have pentacles? They're gone. Come pentacles, show yourself. So gold, yeah. So it's beautiful, and I highly recommend this vintage version because it's not as saturated as the new one. You can get the Spanish Tarot new as well, but you can get these vintage versions for not that much money on eBay. So I'm loving this one. I also recently, just the last one, I'm also recently pulled out this Classic Tarot Classic, which is also sweet. This is the 70s vibe, printed by AGM Müller and US Games, and distributed by US Games. So I love also these colors in this one, and the 70s vibes, the 70s font, the kind of mustache thing going on some of the cards. And yeah, it's really really cool as well. And these old decks feel good. They don't have to be handmade to, kind of for us to enjoy them. So I do appreciate the handmade decks that I have, but I just equally love the old vintage decks that I own. And again, and the new ones, if the reproductions are great, right? There's one more. Oh God, I never stop, right? Which I really. There's couple more. Okay, couple more. So the feel, the lightness, how the cards are made from the Swiss Marseille Tarot by Irene, or I call her Irene, Irene. Um, this one is really like soaped. I love the feel of the cards. It's so light. It's so easy to shuffle. It makes this cool papery sound like Ilme Negela a little bit. And she's such a great illustrator. So she has repainted the Tarot de Marseille. This is the Swiss Marseille reproduction, and just added a little bit more color, so it's a little bit more like modern looking, or for most people a little bit of color, it's a bit more palatable. I love the traditional colors, but I also enjoy having a little bit more of color at times. So this deck is really expressive. The faces are made so beautifully. The line is gorgeous. So Irene's deck is very, very cool. And when I feel like a little bit more color, I'm really drawn to it. And then I love this Solesio by Artisan Tarot as well. It's only major arcana, but it's so sweet. I'm just love the colors of them and the artwork. I really enjoy this one for majors only. And then my last one, like really last one now, is also this Tarot G23 by Gergely. I love this deck. It's so good. It's so good, and especially the faces. This is a modern take, but it's very true to tradition as well. So they just gorgeous close-ups of some of the faces, and I love the colors. I love the feel of the cards as well. I love this kind of peachy or like salmony background backs, and yeah, I love the colors. It's a really really cool deck. So this is like these are some of my favorites decks right now, and that's it, guys. I think I just wanted to share something, put a video up. If you enjoy it, just click like, share with me, please, in the comments what are your favorite decks right now, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.